to the Indiana Public Retirement System presents Understanding Your Plan. This presentation is for members of the Public Employees Retirement Fund as well as the Teachers Retirement Fund. The Indiana Public Retirement System was created in 2011. That's when legislation was passed to integrate the management of the Public Employees Retirement Fund with the Teachers Retirement Fund. Together, we created the Indiana Public Retirement System, also known as INPRS. INPRS manages retirement benefits for more than 529,000 members from over 1,300 public employers. Our largest employer is the state of Indiana, but we also have members who are working with our cities, towns, and counties. In addition, public school corporations in the state of Indiana have members of both plans. We also have a few reporting universities and hospitals. In addition to the public employees and teachers retirement funds, we also manage benefits for our police officers and firefighters, our judges, state excise, gaming agent, gaming control officer, and conservation enforcement officers, as well as prosecuting attorneys and legislators. When we finish this presentation, it's my hope that you'll have a better understanding of your retirement benefit plan, beginning with which plan are you a participant of. Also, that you'll have an understanding of what your retirement benefit options are and how to manage your account along the way. Finally, we'll talk about how and when you can apply for your retirement benefits. We're going to start with the My Choice Retirement Savings Plan. This is the newer of the two plans. It was created in 2013 for our Public Employees Retirement Fund and 2019 for the Teachers Retirement Fund. The My Choice Retirement Savings Plan is a defined contribution account only. So this plan is made up of an accumulation of contributions and interest and earnings. Those contributions are paid every pay period, and they include a fixed contribution as well as a variable rate contribution. The fixed contribution is 3% of your gross earnings, and you're always entitled to that 3% contribution. So you're vested in that amount from day one. Please know that we do not offer any loans or hardship withdrawals. There is one exception to that rule, and that would be an in-service distribution, and we'll talk in detail about that later in this section. In addition to the mandatory contributions, members do have the option of making voluntary contributions. Voluntary contributions can be made up to 10% of your gross wages. And please know that these contributions are made on a post-tax basis. If you would like more information about voluntary contributions, I encourage you to visit our public website, contact our member advocate team, and talk with your payroll department, as they'll be the ones to get those contributions started. Now, the other type of contribution is the variable rate. The variable rate is funded in full by the employer, and just like it sounds, it is variable. This contribution percentage can change from one year to the next. It will stay in place during that full fiscal year, but could change for the next. The fiscal year does run July 1 to June 30. The amount of this contribution you're entitled to will depend on the number of years you complete in the plan. So vesting schedule for the variable rate contribution is as follows. After you've completed one full year of service, you're entitled to 20% of that variable rate contribution. This percentage does increase by 20% for each year you complete. Now, please know this is a graduated vesting schedule, so you do need to complete the next full year to be entitled to a higher percentage. Full vesting under the My Choice Retirement Savings Plan occurs at 5 years of service. So once you've earned 5 years, you will be entitled to all of the mandatory contribution as well as all of the variable rate contribution. These contributions are under your control. You decide how they are invested throughout your career. We do have a do it for me option, which is our target date fund. And this is where our new members are defaulted. So you will default to the plan or the target date that most closely aligns with when you will turn 65. Members are welcome to stay in that target date throughout their career, or they may decide to move within those target date funds and allow our investment team to determine the makeup of the target dates. You may also decide to invest on your own. If you do, we offer a variety of investment options. The first 4 in this list are more conservative. They have less risk. So those would include the money market, stable value, and our fixed incomes. If you're looking for a more aggressive risk strategy, you might choose large cap, small mid cap, or international. Information about each of these investment options can be found on our public website. If you visit in.gov/INPRS, you'll choose investing along the top toolbar. There you'll find the fund fact sheets related to each of our investment options, where you'll be able to see the investment objective, how it is invested, and how it has performed over the last several years. You can change how you're invested as often as you would like. Members are welcome to call our member advocate team at the toll-free number, or you can manage your investments online by visiting myinprsretirement.org. Once you visit your secure site, you will see how to manage your investments. You'll be able to change just future investment elections, have a one-time account rebalance, an automatic account rebalance, or fund-to-fund transfer. For more information or for guidance on investing, we encourage you to speak to a financial advisor, as INPRS staff is not licensed or certified to offer any type of investment advice. But the member advocate team can help you if you're wanting a better understanding or instructions on how to change your investments online. Members also receive quarterly member statements. Now, while these are not usually mailed out, they are available on your secure site. So a quarterly member statement will be a snapshot of how your account was invested and managed during that particular quarter. So for this member, this is a statement as of March 31, 2023. So the first quarter of that calendar year. You'll find their opening balance on day 1 and any contributions, earnings, or losses the member may have had, and then their final closing balance. So these quarterly statements are important to review to be sure that your account is earning at a pace in which you are comfortable for your retirement plan. When you do complete service in a covered position, you will have several options to choose from with your defined contribution account. First, you can defer. Members are not required to immediately take distribution from their account. You can continue to manage the investments at INPRS. We do ask that you keep your beneficiaries up to date. In the event you pass away, INPRS will need to know who to pay this balance to. You may also consider a direct rollover. If you choose the rollover option, INPRS will need to know the name of the company you're rolling this balance to. INPRS will write a check payable to that company for your benefit. That check will come to your home address, and you'll have 60 days to deposit that to avoid tax penalties. There are no taxes withheld on a direct rollover option. Those taxes are deferred until you take distribution from that account. You may also choose the lump sum option. A lump sum is where you request that all or part of your balance be paid directly to you. With any lump sum distribution, INPRS is required to withhold 20% for federal taxes. If you would like, we can also withhold your state and county tax. Also, be cautious if you're taking distributions prior to 59 and a half, as you may also be subject to an additional 10% early withdrawal penalty. For those members who are 62 and older and have earned 5 or more years of service, they may also choose to purchase an annuity. Our annuity provider is MetLife. MetLife will allow a single life or a survivor annuity option, and all annuities do have the option of with or without a cash refund. I encourage you to visit your secure account and choose the MetLife annuity calculator, or you can access the MetLife calculator from our public site at in.gov/INPRS. Once you visit MetLife's site, you'll be able to generate an annuity estimate. If you choose to buy the annuity, you will lock in that rate and the member will receive a fixed benefit for the rest of their life. With the annuity, it is nice because you cannot outlive that balance. You will receive the same annuity payment every month for the rest of your life, even if your balance is gone. But please know that the annuity option can never be changed, and it will continue at that same fixed amount with no cost of living. If you're still interested in a periodic payment option, you may look more into the systematic withdrawal plan. The systematic withdrawal plan allows you to choose how often you would like to receive a payment from your account. You'll also indicate the term of that distribution. So a member may choose to receive a distribution from this account every month for the next 7 years. While INPRS is making distributions, you're continuing to manage the investments. So your account can increase or decrease due to investment performance. At the end of the term, the distributions will stop as your balance will be zero. But please know that you can change or modify the frequency and term of your systematic withdrawal plan throughout its lifetime. You may also choose more than one of these options by splitting your defined contribution balance. For example, a member may want to roll over 75% of their balance and take the other 25% as a lump sum distribution. No matter which of these options you choose, you will take care of all of that in the same process online, in your secure account, or by contacting our member advocate team. We mentioned earlier the ability to take an in-service withdrawal. For an in-service withdrawal, a member must be 62 or older and have earned 5 or more years of service in the My Choice Retirement Savings Plan. You may elect to take distributions at any time, and please know that this is not a loan. You will not pay this money back to the account. We do ask that you consider the tax and retirement consequences when deciding to take distributions prior to retirement. We're going to move over now and talk in detail about the hybrid plan. This is the original plan INPRS has always offered to both our public employees and our teachers. The hybrid plan has 2 parts. One part is the defined benefit. This is more commonly referred to as the pension. The second part is the defined contribution account. Members of the hybrid plan are eligible for both at the time of retirement. You will not choose if you want one or the other. So the defined benefit or the pension, this is fully funded by our employers. Members do not make a contribution toward their pension benefit. And the pension is a lifetime monthly payment to our members who meet eligibility requirements. And we'll talk in detail about those on an upcoming slide. There is just one balance of pension contributions, so members don't have individual balances, which is why we'll use a state-defined calculation to determine what your benefit will be. That calculation will take into consideration your age at the time of retirement, the salary and service you earn throughout your career, and finally, which of our 5 pension options you choose. To be eligible for the pension benefit, a member does need to earn a minimum of 10 years of service. We do offer pre-retirement benefits. My hope is that you won't need to take advantage of either of these, but I do think it's important you have a general understanding of what these are in the event you or a loved one does. So disability retirement is available to those members who have earned 5 or more years of creditable service. So you do not have to be vested to be eligible for a disability retirement. You do, however, need to be deemed disabled by the Social Security Administration, and they will determine the onset date of your disability, which should occur while you're actively employed in a PERF or a TRF covered position. The application for disability retirement is all the same as it is for every other retirement type under the hybrid plan. Survivor benefits is a popular topic when we meet individually with members, especially those members who are thinking about retirement but not quite sure they're ready to go. Their concern is that if they pass away before applying for the benefit, that their loved ones wouldn't be eligible. Indiana law will determine who receives your pension if you pass away before applying for your benefit. If you've been married for at least 2 years and you've earned a minimum 10 years of service, your surviving spouse will be entitled to a benefit for the rest of their life. If the member has dependent children, they too would be eligible for a pension until they are no longer considered dependent. Our normal retirement is our most popular type of retirement benefit. Members are eligible for normal, unreduced benefits with the minimum 10 years of service if they are 65 or older. Members who earn more service do have the ability to retire with a full benefit at a younger age. So for those who have earned 15 or more years of service, they will qualify for a full benefit when they are 60 or older. Members may also meet the Rule of 85. The Rule of 85 is for those members who are between the ages of 55 and 59. They can take their age, add to that their years of service. If the sum is 85 or more, they do qualify for a full pension benefit. For example, the youngest age of 55, that member would need 30 or more years of service because 55 plus 30 equals 85. It's important to know that your age and your years of service are calculated in both years and months. So a member could be 55 and a half and have earned 29 and a half years of service. Their 2 half years would add together to equal 1 point, and that member would meet the Rule of 85. For those members who have already stopped working and meet one of these 3 requirements, it would benefit them to apply as quickly as possible. Delaying the start of your pension, if you're no longer in a covered position, will not increase that benefit. Another retirement type is the early retirement, which is paid with a reduced pension benefit. Early retirement is available to members of the hybrid plan who are between the ages of 50 and 59, and they've earned 15 or more years of creditable service. INPRS will calculate your full pension benefit. Then based on your age at the time that benefit begins, we will include an age reduction factor. So if a member were to begin their pension at 50, they would receive 44% of their full benefit. This percentage does increase by 5% per year you delay applying. Members do not have to apply for their pension as soon as they stop working. You can delay until you are comfortable with the benefit amount, remembering that once you meet full retirement eligibility, that percentage will not increase. How is service earned? For members of the Public Employees Retirement Fund, you are earning service each month. Each month you work at least one day, you're earning that full month of service. And please know that approved leaves of absence may count toward your creditable service. For members of the Teachers Retirement Fund, you are earning service on a half-year or a full-year basis. That half-year or full year is determined by the number of days you work in a fiscal year. For those members who work 60 to 119 days, you will earn a half year of service. For those who work 120 or more days, you'll earn the full year of service. Please know too that substitute teaching may count toward your creditable service, as well as those approved leaves of absence. If you have service in both plans, that service will combine at the time of retirement and count toward one pension benefit. Members may also purchase service. You must be currently working in a PERF or a TRF covered position, because INPRS will use your current salary to calculate the cost of the purchase. And you must have earned at least 1 year in the hybrid plan. Members are not eligible to purchase service to become vested, and the amount of purchase service is limited. Please know too that the cost can be expensive. You may purchase service if you've ever worked in a position out of state that is comparable to one here in Indiana. If you've taught in an Indiana accredited private school, that too could be purchased. Substitute teaching that cannot be added for free, you may look to purchase that time as well. Military can be considered a leave of absence, or you may purchase up to 2 years as long as you served on active duty for at least 6 months and you received an honorable discharge. Additional service is also known as airtime, and that's the only type of purchase that requires a member to be vested with 10 years before they're eligible to buy. Additional service, it will allow you to buy 1 year for every 5 years of service you've earned. I encourage you to visit either our public website or your secure site to calculate an estimate of what it would cost to buy service credit. Please know that the purchase service can count toward your creditable service and will increase your pension benefit. In some cases too, it may allow you to retire earlier because you have more service credit. The calculation for the pension benefit is on this slide. We will take your final average salary, multiply that by your creditable service, and multiply it by the benefit multiplier of 1.1%. That will calculate an annual pension benefit. Your final average salary is defined as the average of your 20 highest completed quarters in groups of 4 consecutive quarters over your entire PERF career. For members of the Teachers Retirement Fund, it is calculated using the average of your 5 highest contract years. And please know that these are salaries throughout your entire career. So phasing into retirement by working at a lower paying position will not negatively impact your pension benefit. So when we look at some examples here, you'll notice that the higher the salary and the more the years of service, there is an increase in the monthly benefit. So in the first example, the member's average salary is $35,000. multiplied by 20 years of service, then 1.1% divided by 12 is $642 per month. Your pension benefit, because it is fully funded by the employer, is taxable income. If you would like, we can withhold taxes for you on a monthly basis. You're able to change your tax withholdings as often as you would like. We can withhold for federal, state, and/or local county tax. We would encourage you to speak with the IRS or a tax advisor for guidance on how much to withhold from your monthly benefit. If you would like to generate a pension estimate for yourself, I would encourage you again to visit those calculators on our public website for a generic calculator, or you can log into your secure account to get a better estimate. The secure account does pull information directly from our database to provide you with a better estimate. When you apply for retirement, you will choose which pension option makes most sense for you. If you take your average salary, multiply it by your years of service, multiplied by 1.1%, and divide it by 12, you can see what you would receive with the 5-year certain and life option. The 5-year certain and life option will provide you with that benefit every month for the rest of your life. If you pass away before you've received payments for at least 5 years, INPRS will pay the remainder of those 5 years to your beneficiaries. When you complete your retirement application, you will include your pension beneficiaries. That information would be their name, their social security number, their date of birth, their mailing address, and their phone number. That information is required for each of your beneficiaries. You can name both primary and contingent beneficiaries. If the member lives longer than 5 years, those payments will stop at the time of the member's death. The straight life pension option will provide the maximum monthly payment, but there are no payments due to a beneficiary when the member passes away, regardless of the number of payments they've received. So those are our 2 single life options. We have 3 survivor benefits. You can name anyone as your survivor, but their age and life expectancy will be included in your pension calculation. If it's a non-spousal survivor or anyone significantly younger than you, you may not be able to choose the 100% option, and oftentimes not the 66 2/3. So those percentages are you deciding what percent of your benefit you want your survivor to receive every month for the rest of their life. The more you leave for your survivor, the less you will receive for yourself. So the 100% survivor benefit is the maximum to your one named survivor, which means it is the minimum benefit of all 5 options to you, the member. So again, you'll choose one of these 5 options when you complete your retirement application. But please know you can change that option at any time during your retirement. The most common time a member would change their option is if when they completed their application, they chose a survivor benefit and their survivor predeceases them. In that case, I encourage you to contact our office and request a new estimate. You could name a new survivor, or many members will choose the straight life option to maximize their monthly payment. Social Security integration is an add-on option. This is available with any option we've already discussed and only to those who are starting their pension before they are 62. This will enhance or increase your monthly pension every month until you turn 62. INPRS will need a copy of your most recent Social Security estimate to calculate your benefit before and after age 62. When a member turns 62, we will decrease the amount you've been receiving by the amount you could receive if you apply for Social Security. Social Security integration is an irrevocable election. This is a copy of a benefit estimate. You'll see that this member is 60 years of age as of their retirement date, June 1, 2023. The member has an average salary of $50,000 multiplied by 30 years of service. You'll find that they have both PERF and TRF service. Multiplied by 1.1% will get us to the annual unreduced pension of $16,500. Of that, the member is entitled to the full amount because they qualify for full benefits, being that they are 60 with 30 years of service. This member has also included a spousal survivor who also is 60 years of age as of the time of retirement. If we were to take the $16,500 and divide it by 12, it would equal $1,375. That is the amount the member would receive every month for the rest of their life. If they pass before they've received it at least 5 years, their beneficiaries will receive the remainder of those 5 years. The straight life, you'll find, is going to provide a slightly higher benefit of $5.16. Remember, the member receives that every month for the rest of their life, and when they pass, that benefit will stop. And then the 3 survivor options. The 100% provides the member the least amount because it is the maximum amount to their survivor, which is found in the far right column. There are a couple of retirement types that do allow a member to continue working while also receiving their benefit. So one type is Millie Morgan. Millie Morgan is available to those members who are 65 or older and have earned 20 or more years of creditable service. They can apply for their benefit, receive their pension each month, and continue working and maintaining all other benefits with their employer. Their pension amount is frozen at the time the benefit begins. They will not increase that pension by continuing to work. The other type is elected officials. Elected officials should be 55 or older and again have 20 or more years of creditable service, and that is while serving in their elected position. If that member is younger than age 60, a reduced benefit would apply unless, of course, they meet the rule of 85. So for all other retirees, you are required to separate from covered employment to begin receiving your pension benefit. INPRS no longer offers a second retirement benefit. If you would like to reemploy, please know that you can. And if you choose a position covered by Public Employees or Teachers Retirement Fund, you will have a 30-day mandatory separation from your retirement date. Again, you will not earn any additional service. No contributions will be made to your defined contribution account, but you also will not have an earnings limitation. You can earn your full salary while also receiving pension benefits. Also, please do not have any type of agreement in place, whether that be verbal or nonverbal, with one of our employers to become reemployed before you actually retire. In the event there is an agreement or you go back before the required 30-day separation, INPRS will void your retirement application and you'll have to repay any benefits you've already received. If you choose to reemploy in the private sector, please know that you can start working immediately. And again, there is not an earnings limitation. And we bring up earnings limitations because the Social Security Administration will have some limits for you to be mindful of if you're returning to the workforce while receiving their benefit. We're going to move into the second part of the hybrid plan and talk about the defined contribution account. So that similar to the My Choice Retirement Savings, is made up of contributions. It does only, though, have the mandatory 3% contribution, and that contribution always belongs to you. You don't have to work any certain number of years of service to be eligible for the mandatory 3% contribution. Again, we don't offer any loans or hardship withdrawals, though there is the possibility to take an in-service distribution. You may also make voluntary contributions. Remember that these can be up to 10% of your gross wages and will be contributed post-tax. Again, if you want more information, please talk to our member advocate team, visit our public website, and be sure to include your payroll department. Investment options are the same for hybrid plan participants as they are for My Choice. Again, you can change how you're invested as often as you would like, as you do maintain 100% control over the investments on this account. This is, again, the same snapshot that we looked at with our My Choice participants, giving you the options on how to manage your investments. And the quarterly statement is no different, though you do see the balances less because these members are not receiving the same amount of a contribution. Remember, hybrid plan participants are not receiving that variable rate contribution. And that's because they have the pension. And so the pension statement information regarding your pension can be found on your annual member statement. This is typically mailed to members the month after their birthday each year and can also be found on your secure site at myinprsretirement.org. On the left-hand side, it'll have the information that we use to calculate your pension benefit, and it will provide you with an estimated amount you would need to accumulate in a retirement account like a 457 or 401k to match the amount of the monthly benefit you'll be receiving when eligible. In the second column, you will find the estimated monthly benefit amount, which has been projected and assumes you continue to work until the day you're eligible to retire with full benefits. With the defined contribution account, you have the same options we offer with the My Choice Retirement Savings. You can defer this balance and continue to manage the investments at INPRS. You'll have access to it at any time during your retirement and will not impact the start of your pension benefit. You may also choose the rollover option, where we roll this balance to an outside IRA. This would need to be a traditional IRA, as this is taxable money, but there are no taxes withheld from the direct rollover. The lump sum distribution, if you recall, is where you will suffer 20% federal taxes off the top. And if you would like, we can go ahead and withhold your state and county tax. You may also choose to buy a second retirement monthly benefit by purchasing an annuity through MetLife. Remember, they do offer single life and survivor annuity options, and both have with or without a cash refund. With or without a cash refund is essentially you deciding if you want MetLife to keep your remaining balance when you pass, or if you prefer that that be paid to your beneficiaries. Again, I strongly encourage calculating a MetLife estimate by accessing their tool from our public website or by accessing your secure account and choosing the MetLife annuity calculator. The systematic withdrawal plan is available to members of the hybrid plan as well. That is where you get to choose the frequency and the duration or the term of those distributions. Remember, you can choose a payment to be made every month, every quarter, every 6 months, or just once per year, and you determine the term. If you choose a term for 10 or fewer years, INPRS will be required to withhold 20% for federal taxes from each distribution. If you choose a systematic withdrawal term of 11 or more years, you will be taxed as if it is regular income and not subject to the 20%. Again, with the hybrid plan defined contribution account, you can choose to split that balance and do a number of things with your account. The in-service withdrawal for members of the hybrid plan, you should be 59 and a half or older and eligible for a regular retirement benefit. You do not have to separate from service to take an in-service distribution, and you will not pay these monies back as they are not a loan. Once again, we ask that you consider both the tax and retirement consequences when deciding to take distributions prior to your retirement. We've talked a lot today about INPRS websites. So this is our public website. Under Plan Info is where you would choose Public Employees Retirement Fund or Teachers Retirement Fund, whichever you are a participant of. And then you'll find more information about both the hybrid and the My Choice Retirement Savings Plans. Retirement and investment education is a great source for learning more about the investment options we offer. There are a number of educational tools there for you to review to learn more about investing. When you log into your Secura site, it may appear to be Voya, and that Voya is our record keeper. They have your defined contribution balance. They make sure that the contributions are posted to your account and that your account is valued appropriately each day the stock market is open based on how you're invested and market performance. Voya is our partner in your retirement journey, and they offer our members access to their online My Orange Money planning tool. This is a tool you will enter your information in. You will tell it when you want to retire, what you think your investment might return each year, how much you're going to receive from Social Security, if you have outside retirement accounts, what those might pay you on a monthly basis. All of that in addition to your pension. This tool also assumes that you're going to convert your defined contribution balance into a monthly benefit by buying an annuity. So you can enter different information into that tool. The more orange this dollar bill is, the more said to be financially set for retirement you are. If you want to calculate a pension benefit, you would log into your Secure account to get a better estimate of what that benefit would be. The retirement process does require that you submit an online application. INPRS does not have, nor do we accept, paper copies of this application. And you may apply for your benefits when you are within 6 months of your retirement date. And that is with your age and service credit necessary for your retirement option. We do ask that you apply at least 3 months in advance, as it does take our team approximately 90 days to process your application. So we like to be working on your retirement benefits while you're still receiving income from your employer. Please know, though, if you do submit, you can change your retirement date or anything in that application, so long as you do it before the retirement date. You can even cancel that application if you change your mind. INPRS will notify your employer approximately 10 days before your retirement date that you have submitted your application. You can apply on your own by logging in at myinprsretirement.org. From there, you will select the application and calculators link. You can also contact our member advocate team if you need assistance locating that application. Their toll-free number is 1-844-464-6777, and representatives are available Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. You may also consider signing up for an individual appointment or a one-on-one session. In this appointment, we can review with you your personalized benefit estimate, and we can apply for retirement together. We offer appointments in person at libraries all across the state of Indiana or our downtown location on the corner of Capitol and Washington. We also offer virtual appointments. We can do a virtual appointment by phone or by Microsoft Teams video. We can complete all things in any type of appointment you choose. You can sign up for an appointment by visiting our public website or by calling our toll-free number. This is our public website address, inprs.in.gov, where you will find general information about your plan and retirement. If you have questions, please feel free to email our member advocate team, questions@inprs.in.gov, and a member advocate will respond. You may also contact them by phone. Our mailing address is 1 North Capitol, Suite 001 in Indianapolis, Indiana. We have folks who work our front desk who are happy to answer questions for you, but please know that we do not offer walk-in appointment availability. I encourage you all to follow us on social media. We have accounts with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn, and we are posting to those sites regularly. We also have our own YouTube channel. If you visit youtube.com and search INPRS, you'll find various audio, video, and podcast episodes available to help you learn more about retirement in general and retiring from the public employees or teachers' retirement funds. I hope that this presentation provided you with the information you need to learn more about your retirement, whether you're a new hire, mid-career, or looking at retirement in the near future. Thanks and have a great day.